Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Thursday is upon us once again. Jank Pack Thursday is here. And it's the first Jank Pack Thursday of May. So happy May. I guess it would be May the 2nd. Normally, I film these on Tuesday, usually in the evening. I got distracted Tuesday. It is now very early Wednesday morning, and I haven't had my coffee yet, so I sound a little off. However, we will shuffle the 74 entries that reside on the board, wheel, give a nod, and we give a spin to see what in the world comes up this week for all of us to enjoy, and hopefully for me to enjoy a little more because there's nothing horrifying to eat in it. Please don't ask me to do that again because I honestly don't think I could. Coming up! I got a bunch of these. I got a couple more in the box I got from Etsy, but this one is the original one coming from my friend, my lovely friend, lovely young woman who has sent me numerous packs over the years, and this is another one. So Fievel Goes West, An American Tale. This is going to be something. Over to the table. Yes, the coffee is being consumed. But as we all know, the magic elixir takes a little bit of time to actually get into the system. But we will soldier on because Fievel Goes West is coming up. Let's see. If I remember, it had some sort of yellow in it maybe, but we will find out. No, not in that mittenful. Let's see if we can spot it. It's been in the box a while, so it's probably down. Is that? There we go. We have made it. Fievel Goes West. Up on top there. The American Tale. Man, it has been forever and a day since I've seen this movie. Official movie trading cards. 12 full-color animated cards. Bonus holograms. Limited edition hologram cards have randomly been placed in some of these packages. All right, what can we see? So 1993, so this is 1992 most likely. Oh, you too can get a collector's album customized with a special American Tale logo and a 17 9-card collecting sheets. That's a lot of cards. For only $19.99. That is better value than you are going to get in any sort of, in most retail today. Those were the days. What else? Oh, copyright 1991. Free trading card checklist. For a free An American Tale checklist, please send this along with $17 shipping and handling. One moment, please. Well, and another good thing about this time of year, with the weather actually starting to warm up, that means... yeah, things are starting to bloom, which means my allergies are getting kicked into ultra high gear. I cannot wait to see these. Who makes these? Impel? I guess? I've seen a lot of their stuff before. Settle in because I don't remember this movie, and let's hope for a hologram. Warranty, Rat, and Digit. Get ready for some animal pun names. When I got to immigration, I met a mouse named Warren T. Rat and his cockroach assistant Digit. He told me that he would help me find my family, but he was really just looking for a way to make money from me. That is everybody you will ever meet. Sunset. That is a nice-looking shot. That is really nice. The villains of the day have been conquered and the good guys have triumphed. But what does the future hold? Building a bright tomorrow will take a lot of work, and yet Fievel and his friends stand ready, willing and able to make it happen. That's what we're talking about. Oh, backgrounds and scene painting. Ooh, this ought to be interesting. While you don't often think of them as being important, just remember that without painted backgrounds, animated characters would have no place to stand. Fair point. Backgrounds are painted very carefully in great detail, and because they are often used many times throughout the entire film. Boy, that is a true those were the days moment, because they ain't doing that anymore. Now it's all just typing it into a computer. Papa? I remember, and this is also in the movie, when a lot of these movies are really sad. Tony and I had to run to get to the museum on time, but I fell behind. I heard a song playing deep down below the street, and I thought it was Papa playing his violin, so I followed the sound down into the sewer. I think we can all say, no good thing has ever followed the words, so I followed the sound into the sewer. Maybe that's just me. We got here, the town square. I love that hat. I love it. I love it in these cartoons when there is just some sort of comical hat. The banner outside of Green River's Saloon welcomes all of the town's mice to come join the fun at the grand opening celebration. Cat R. Wall, nice, looks out from the podium, proud of his saloon and of his evil plan to turn the mice into his dinner tonight. A plan that looks like it may succeed. Don't you be doing that. Oh, here we go. Tiger on stage. I remember, was Tiger not, if I recall correctly, was Tiger not voiced by the legendary late great Dom DeLuise? After a near drowning in the river and a quick visit atop a steamboat, Tiger lands exhausted upon a stagecoach heading west. But alas, the stage is also carrying a huge dog, and Tiger faints dead away. He ends up hanging off the back of the stage out of view of the dog. And, of course, the dog has a hat. Because all dogs had hats. All the big tough bulldogs had a hat. And Hawk dive bombs Fievel. No, thank you. Fievel's wandering through the desert is interrupted by a giant hawk, swooping down from the dark sky in a dive bomb fashion. Is that proper usage of that? A small mouse isn't much of a match for a persistent hawk, so Fievel runs as fast as he can, but the hawk is much faster. And also, you have to think, would the effort really be worth it to a hawk? That is a very, very small animal. Tanya transformed. Tanya doesn't think she's up to the task of being on stage, but Miss Kitty shows her what a little makeup and self-confidence can do for a young girl. Shy little Tanya is transformed into a beautiful lady, but Miss Kitty points out that the makeup is just a mask. Tanya's beauty shines from the inside. Oh, if only people would remember that. That's what matters. Hound dog! Just in time. And droopy dogs are best. Just as the dangerous festivities are about to begin at the town saloon, the heroic Wiley bunch bursts onto the scene. We've come to close you down. Come on, reading. Proclaims Wiley Burp. Nice. As he and his cohorts face down the cat gang across the town square. Cat gang. What do we got here? Fievel entangled. Was he? I can't really tell. Who should Fievel encounter on his evening walk aboard the train but the hustler mouse, the creature who sold all of the mice their railway tickets? But as he reaches out to say hello, the hustler falls atop Fievel, who's shocked to see that the hustler is more marionette than mouse. Ooh. God, I do not remember this movie at all. We got 2 cards left. Come on, hologram. The hawk gets Fievel. Well, that's an unfortunate follow-up to that one. Well, this isn't just isn't Fievel's day. As he leaps from the scorpion's hole, the dive-bombing hawk swoops down and nabs Fievel from behind. He screams for help, but there is no one to hear him. It looks like Fievel may end up being the hawk's next meal. I think clearly we know that does not happen. The final card! Come on, some sort of hologram. And alas, Miss Kitty's farewell. Oh, there's Tiger. As Miss Kitty gracefully hops onto the wagon going west, she throws a final farewell kiss to Tiger, who stays calm until the wagon disappears in the distance. Then it's crying time for the tender-hearted Tiger. I swear to God, that was Dom DeLuise. Please, I'm gonna look it up. If you're in the chat, let me know. All right. God, that is a long time since I have seen that movie, and those are some nice-looking cards. You know what made it better? No gum. Made it better for me. I don't know about you guys. But now we move on to the interlude. And we are going to shout out a Milestone Shoutout, but also another couple of things. That would be Mr. Brian LCS, the founder of the Comic Book Community Awards, Breakfast with Brian, which used to be Saturday, has now moved to Sunday, 9:45 a.m. Eastern. The Comic Book Community Awards coming up. I'll throw a link to it down there. Nominations will be opening soon. And also, Brian is releasing a comic book himself. That's been going around. There's a couple people in the community that have released stuff. Excuse me. Brian's is up next. So link to the Kickstarter page once it gets released, because I'm following it, and I think you should too, because Brian is awesome, which means his comic will be awesome. And actually, we did kind of cover him up. I know it is now, the Janky brothers are officially, for the moment at least, undrafted free agents down in Houston for the Texans. And the more I thought about it as I reach into the box for the hunt, what do we got? Ooh, we're going for Mount Stachemore and Vinnie Jones, so football and football. The more I thought about it, I was questioning why the Steelers did what they did. I'm happier. The more I think about it, the happier I get. Because, yeah, I was thinking, why would you take a guard in the 4th round? Then I realized 2 of their linemen are free agents next year. Get a big kid from South Dakota who's going to be actually the same school these 2 went to, South Dakota State, Mason McCormick. Get him a year of seasoning, see what he can do. Got our wide receiver. Got a 6'3" cornerback, which in the 6th round, so if he pans out, cool. If not the end of the world. Either way, the questions still remain. Why did the Raiders draft a tight end? Why did the Falcons reach and draft Michael Penix, or in fact any quarterback? Why did the Broncos reach for Bo Nix? Why did Buffalo trade out of the 1st round? Why did Green Bay not take a wide receiver? There's so many questions in this NFL draft, and more will be answered as the future comes. And speaking of Brian, fantasy football will be starting up again soon. Back to the 30p, or in Ireland, 35p. We're going for the 90-91 Pro Set Soccer, because we are still on the hunt for epic mustaches and Vinnie Jones. I actually just saw Mac Wax Stacks the other day pulled a Vinnie Jones. He's in here. We just got to find him. David O'Leary for whom? Arsenal, FC Arsenal. Graham Lasso from Chelsea. And we're looking for mustaches as well. We got Carlton Fairweather, Wimbledon. Steve Hodge, come on. From Nottingham Forest. We got Kingsley Black from Luton Town, no mustache. Gordon Cowens, Aston Villa. Was that Michael Thomas from Arsenal? Mark Wright. Man, we're getting skunked. Derby County. Brian Dean. No, Sheffield United in the final. We got some nice hair, but no mustache. Thomas Hauser from Sunderland. Man, that was a swing and a miss on all levels. No mustaches. No Vinnie Jones. But maybe that means there's good stuff in the next bag. If anybody in the soccer realm is interested in any of these, please let me know. Because I'm going to try to TTM some. We will see what happens. But that is going to do it for yet another week of Jank Pack Thursday. Fievel Goes West, an American Tale. These are some cool-looking cards. I like those. We had some football news. Don't forget, Brian LCS is the shout-out. Other shout-outs down below, Mac Wax Stacks, because he's on the hunt for Mount Stachemore. Maiden's World of Wax also is picking up the mantle of Mount Stachemore to continue it on. Mount Stachemore will soon take over the entire universe. Pardon me, but that is going to do it for this week. Again, links to everybody I talked about down below. Links to Brian and the Comic Book Community Awards and his upcoming comic project also down below. We're going to push Brian. He's at 1.8K. Again, you can't really tell when you look at it. I don't think. There might be a way to get the specifics, but all I see is the 1.8K. But he deserves well more than that, so we're pushing him to 2,000. Plus, continuing to grow the entire community all around us. That is going to do it for this week's Jank Pack Thursday. Hopefully you enjoyed it because, as always, I did. Enjoyed the cards and enjoyed getting to spend 15 or so minutes here with you guys, and I cannot thank you enough for giving up that portion of your day for whatever this crap is. But until then, until the next time, everybody have a good week. We will see you later.